Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps ending up.
This isn't getting us anywhere.
You think so?
Julia, stop with your snarky remarks. Dr. Fisher is only trying to help us.
No, Dr. Fisher only wants a paycheck.
Please, if you could all
Can you not be such a pain in the ass for once, Julia?
Do not call our daughter a pain in the ass, Fouhey.
It was justified, Jess. I'm tired of listening to Julia's goddamn commentary on every little thing we do.
Stop it with all of the cursing. You all have ears, you know.
Believe it or not, Jesus has more important matters than listening to a family therapy session, honey.
Jesus is dead. He has no matters at all.
How could you even say that? Jesus is watching us. You know that. If you keep saying such irrational things, he'll throw you in hell.
Oh, well, it's a little late for that.
Julia, I am tired of your mouth. Every time you go
You are quite the bunch. The point of family therapy is to work with the system of the family, but you don't have any system at all. Since there is no system, I am going to have to work with you each individually. Who would like to go first?
I will. Anything to get away from those assholes.
How dare
Jessica,
you?
Fred, Will, if you can please exit the room, I'd like to speak to Julia alone. Thank you. Bye.
You better behave yourself.
What?
You little.
So, how have you been lately?
Fantastic.
Were you close to your sister?
She has a name.
Yes, of course. Grace. Were you close to Grace?
I guess. I don't know. When I left for college, we weren't as close, and we didn't talk as much as we used to.
So is this hard for you?
It would be hard for me if I weren't close to her. She's my sister, after all.
Well, you seem to talk about her in the present tense.
She's still my sister. It's my fault, anyway.
How is it your fault? Grace killed herself. It wasn't your fault.
You know, you may be a doctor, but you don't know everything. You really, really don't.
All right, then tell me. Why is it your fault?
Why should I tell you?
Well, because I'm a trained professional and I could help you. Plus, you really should be acting your own age.
I'm no child. I make my own decisions. I'm 19, for God's sake.
I see.
And I'm perfectly responsible. I have friends who have families at my age, and they're fine. I can probably do the same thing.
But do you want to do the same thing?
No,
Why not?
because I fuck up too much.
Why did you say that?
I left her with them.
Who is them?
Those assholes.
And how are they assholes?
Mom is just a crazy Jesus freak, and Dad drinks more than an elephant remembers. And Will's just, I don't know, weird. He isn't as bad as Mom and Dad, though.
So have you always had problems?
Manageable ones. We've only really had problems since I left. I kind of held everything together, you know? I was the one doing well in school, the one who could handle both Mom and Dad, the one who could comfort the twins, but I had to leave, you know, for college, and I let everything go to shit. I would listen to Grace crying on the phone, but I couldn't come home. I was so stupid. I could have been there for her. Grace could still be alive.
Well, he couldn't have just dropped out of college.
Well, that's what Eric did. He's my older brother, and he dropped out of college so that he could help Mom and Dad with me and the twins. He's gone now, working as a waiter in New York. He wants to be an actor, and it's the only job that you don't have to have a college degree for, and you still make more than minimum wage. But God, that's what I could have done. I was a good actor in high school. I could have made it big. I could have helped my family in their time of need, and I could have kept Grace alive, and I could have helped her with her studies.
Do you really think you could have kept Grace alive?
Well, who else could have? You know, I can't talk about this anymore. Let someone else in, okay? I need a breather.
I am goddamn sick of those people.
What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand them anymore. My wife is so goddamn stuck up. She thinks she's so much better than me because she doesn't drink. She thinks I got a goddamn problem. Not everyone who drinks has a goddamn problem, and I certainly don't.
Has she always been not a drinker?
Oh, she used to be a drinker, but recently she thinks she's so much better than goddamn everyone. She probably thinks she's the new Jesus or some shit.
I see.
Ever since Grace died, she's been worse than usual, all high and mighty. She probably thinks Grace died for my sins. It's probably true.
You think she died for your sins?
Oh, I've done a lot of fucked up things in my day. A lot of them.
Like what?
I let my wife drink while she was pregnant. She was just a few months along. She had a really bad day, and she kept telling me, give me the booze, give me the booze. So I did, and I let her have it again and again. I felt horrible, because I knew I fucked my own kid up for good. And then when we found out we were having twins, I figured, now I must have fucked 2 lives over. When they came out normal, I was so relieved, but I guess I must have caused Grace to get depressed or something. Hey, don't look at me like that.
Like what?
All judgy and shit. I'm not a bad person or anything. I made a mistake. All men do it.
All right. Did you do anything else that may have caused the suicide?
My drinking. I know I'm not supposed to drink so much. I goddamn know, but I do it anyway. Despite that bitch that is my wife. And to forget my problems, and so I can forget Grace.
Why do you want to forget Grace?
Because I killed her. Because I fucking killed her. If I hadn't done all the shitty things that I've done, she'd still be alive. She'd still be here skating around in those purple roller skates that she loves so much. Or she'd be with her friends getting milkshakes or some shit. I don't know, whatever teenage girls like to do.
Mr. Barnes, she killed herself.
How do you know that? Huh? I don't know half the things I do when I'm drunk. It was my gun. I might have killed my own goddamn daughter.
I know, but the prints on the gun were DNA tested. Her DNA and the DNA on the gun matched.
Fuck your DNA results. I know what I'm capable of. I know Grace couldn't have been so miserable. I know it. A father knows when his baby girl is depressed.
Mr. Barnes, if you could just please
You know what?
sit down.
Screw this. I'm done.
I think I killed my daughter.
What a surprise.
No, really. I must have. I'm doing the wrong thing. I must be.
And what did you do wrong, Mrs. Barnes?
Well, you know Grace was one of those girls, right?
I don't think I'm aware.
You know, dykes.
Why are you calling her a dyke?
Because she was one. She liked a couple of her girlfriends. She had a girlfriend. She was a dyke.
I'm assuming that it didn't go very well when she told you.
No, it did. I was more accepting then. I figured people should love who they love, you know?
I know.
I mean, why wouldn't I be accepting? I was messed up myself then. I still drank. I still smoked. Sometimes, you know, I didn't used to be this together.
Were you the opposite of together then?
No, I was more loose. I was more free. I didn't have many friends, but I didn't care. I had my family. I had my schnapps. Then I got breast cancer. I figured there must be a reason. I mean, there's no history of it in my family, and I never ate carcinogenic foods. Figured it was something I had done. I thought it over and figured out that the only thing I had done differently was to accept Grace's behavior. So I turned to Jesus, and I realized how wrong I was acting. I told Grace that she had to break up with her girlfriend and that she had to find a guy today to send her to a Reformation group. After a while, I started to get better. Much better. I figured I'd made the right choice. Then, she killed herself. And my cancer came right on back. And I should have accepted her. I know that it's wrong and that Jesus was probably angry, but maybe I was being tested. You know, like Job. And I failed. I goddamn failed. And, oh, did you hear that? I goddamn cursed! That's what you get for taking my daughter.
Take deep breath. Mrs. Barnes, deep breath. That's right.
You know, that's what my psychiatrist always tells me to do. Breathing. It hasn't helped me any.
Well, come on in, sit down.
A seat? What a treat.
Well, how have you been holding up?
Holding up? I held up a ladder. Later I had cake batter and I like to twirl and chit-chat.
Do you miss Grace? Grace, your twin.
Grace had a pretty face. Until I shot my gun shinker.
I'm sorry, your what?
My gun shinker!
Well, have you ever seen someone, just to talk to?
I don't like talking much. Talking leads to walking, which leads to stalking, which leads to gawking, and I don't like talking much.
Well, you really like to rhyme, don't you?
I guess so. I just really like to sew. Did you know that you can sew buttons on a dress and that?
Where did you get that?
My closet full of a box of fun stuff, and it was rough and tough and...
Will! What are you doing? Mrs. Barnes, have you ever had your son looked at by a psychiatrist?
No, I just figured he had some sort of autism.
No, that is not yours. Sit down.
Mrs. Barnes, that is not autism. That's schizophrenia. Most boys who have schizophrenia start showing signs at age 16. How old is he?
17.
And has Will been acting odd lately?
I guess so. I hadn't paid much attention to it.
Me too.
Me three.
And did Will have access to any sort of gun?
Wait. The DNA would have showed up the same.
So I didn't do it. Thank God. I was worried. And you had me thinking it was because of my sins.
You can't blame me. It's probably true. Some demons probably possessed Will, and it was all because of you. I'm just happy it wasn't because of my disapproval of Grace's lifestyle choices.
Mom, don't say that. You still should have accepted her, and I still should have stayed home. I would have made sure that Bill didn't flip his shit and kill his own twin, unlike you, the most irresponsible mother on the face of the planet.
You know what? I don't like the way you're talking to your mother. I don't like the way you're talking to me.
Don't you see how self-centered you all are? Don't you realize that other people have problems too? And some people right in front of your eyes? If you had noticed Will's behavior, he wouldn't have done such horrible things, and he wouldn't have to be taken to a mental hospital for life. He could have just taken antipsychotics if it hadn't been for your shitty parenting skills.
Oh, all right. All right. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Me too. I think we all just need to spend a little more time together. Yes. It'll help us more than some crackpot shrink. Dinner, anyone?
You have one fucked up family.